My name is Kayla Baker. I'm 18 years old. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely didn't know most of the people that night. I mean, I see them around in school, but I've never spoken to them or had anything to do with them. Iris was the only one I knew. She invited me, last minute thing. Me and Iris, we have a lot of classes together and we just became really, really close. She was my only friend. I never had many friends, and Iris knew this, and I guess inviting me, she thought she's helping me in a way. On that night, I made some pretty shitty choices. I drank heavily. I was an idiot. I'm a very shy person, and I thought that some alcohol would do me some good. I was very drunk when I arrived. No one was as bad as me. Felt like a total loser. I didn't see Iris much that night. I remember I was with Anna for most of the night. We bonded really well. She was so sweet and she treated me like a friend. We talked a lot. We were in the lounge room. Everyone was scattered everywhere. People in the kitchen, people upstairs. I also spoke to Violet too. Yeah, and she was all by herself, but she didn't seem at all interested in what I was telling her. I remember that I started to feel really ill, and then that's when Anna took me outside. God, I've never been so embarrassed. This poor girl who barely knew me was holding my hair and watching me throw my guts up. We were out there for a while. I was just laying by the pool. And then there was this bizarre fight between Tyler and her boyfriend, Sebastian. From what I heard, Sebastian was caught making up with Thea, and Tyler walked in on them after she arrived. God, she was so angry. She was just screaming. And I went back into the house and I was out there by myself trying to listen to what was going on, but then, I started to throw up again. After a few minutes had passed, I started to gain control back, and Tyler's words became so much more clearer to me. I know I was drunk, but I swear to you, Tyler said, "I hope you will burn in hell." I must have fell asleep after that because I remember someone waking me up and the house was on fire, burning to the ground. It's just such an odd coincidence, don't you think? I'm very ashamed of the choices I made that night. If I didn't decide to be stupid and drink heavily, I might have been able to do something, save Iris before the fire, I don't know. I may never see her again. Somebody knew what they were doing. I don't think it was an accident. But people are just afraid to admit it because we're just kids.
My name is Ken Jacobson. I'm 18 years of age and I've known Iris since primary school through the lacrosse club, but we go to high school together now. It started off as a pretty good night, just talking with friends. It was getting pretty stuffy inside, so I went to the back veranda with Iris's brother, Kyle. Now, Kyle's a pretty cool guy. I went to the lacrosse club with him too, and so I guess I knew him better than Iris's other friends. I mentioned to him that I moved to a new lacrosse club recently, and he just said, "Oh, they're just a bunch of fags." And I knew it was a joke, but after a few drinks it sort of struck a nerve. So I said to him, "Hey, look, Kyle, there's way funnier insults than that, man." But he just said, "What are you, queer?" And yeah, it sort of hurt, so there was a bit of a awkward silence. And to break the ice, I said to him, "Carl, being gay, it's not so bad." And he just looked at me real like real serious and told me to stop being weird. And I mean, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just said to him, "Hey, look, Kyle, you should be more supportive, especially considering your sister's gay." Oh boy, he didn't like that. "The fuck do you say to me? You want to get bashed?" That sort of thing. And after a while, he realised I was being serious. And that's when he really started going off. You know, the whole, "Oh, Iris is a whore, a queer bitch. What would God think? What would Father think?" And I tried to calm him down, but he just kept going on and started throwing shit. I just couldn't believe that somebody cared so much about who somebody else loved. And it hurt even more that he could have easily been talking about me, you know? I just... We don't choose who we fall for, and believe me, if I could have chosen, I definitely would have liked that homophobic prick. So I tried to grab him by the shoulder and calm him down, but he just shoved me off, went inside. I thought I'd better not talk to him for the rest of the night, but he vanished, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't. But yeah, he was pretty angry. But come to think of it, I don't think I saw Iris for the rest of the night either.